I see that in the budget that the payroll and charitable contribution proposals that the governor had made earlier have survived. They're now a part of the budget. Do we have confidence and or do we have a ruling directly from the IRS to give us the confidence that this is going to work within the IRS's regulations and that they'll accept this for New York going forward?
We do not have a ruling from the IRS, but we have consulted with many tax experts, including the experts at the State Tax Department, our own staff, and we're various law professors, and we feel that this is within the current parameters of what's allowed for charitable deductions in other instances.
Well, one of the things that I noticed is that the employer, if they opt in, will not be able, they'll have to pay a payroll tax, so that will increase their expenses. But they don't have the ability to reduce any of their employees' salaries.
But the reduction that the payroll tax that the employer pays is a deductible tax on their part.
Does it serve as a credit then that the employer then will not see any reduction in what they'd be paying?
So you can reduce the salary, but not take it out of the withholding.
Okay. I guess I understand that.
In the light of day, we'll discuss it further.
We can. I guess my sense with it is, what is the encouragement or the incentive to the employer to opt in if, you know, that they're being restricted by that?
In many instances, it's to help the employers who are, to be able to retain the employees who are, as New Yorkers, will be hit with the income tax. Without this, would be hit with income taxes that would not be otherwise deductible.
One of the other things, just moving to small business tax cuts, I know there were a number of provisions that were suggested. Did anything survive in the small business tax cut area to benefit them?
No.
Moving to the Medicaid funding, I know that one of the provisions, if we end up losing dollars beyond, I believe, $850 million, that is what we're anticipating, it would give some authority to the director of the Division of the Budget to make cuts. Does the sole responsibility go to the director of the Division of the Budget of where those cuts are made and how deep they can be?
So the DOB would make those adjustments, those cuts first, and then the legislature has 90 days in which to respond to readjust the budget.
So we could make recommendations to adjust.
We can enact an adjustment to that.
One of the things, there's health transformation account with an expectation that some of the resources would go to that from the possible sale of some not-for-profit to private healthcare entities. So with the health care conversions, do we have confidence that now with the way that we've worded it in this budget, that we're going to anticipate those types of transformations or changes going forward?
We do.
The financial plan, I think, suggests we're going to get $500 million from that. What do we do if we don't see in the year 18-19? How do we make the financial plan work if we don't see that money come to us?
Well, it's anticipated that we do anticipate $750 million over per year for 4 years, with 500 going towards the financial plan.
But if the conversion doesn't happen, is there any such provision like we do if the federal dollars don't come in, then we're giving the division of the budget authority to move ahead, or?
That's an addition, or only if this doesn't happen? If this doesn't happen, we do have a contingency plan of recouping excess reserves.
Let me jump to anything in this budget that deals with school safety, school resource officer funding. I know those were some proposals.
No.
One of the things I did find is people who, seniors who sign up for the enhanced STAR exemption are going to have to go through a different verification process. And I guess a couple things. One, we're taking that away now on the local control, and there's going to be a state process. Rationale behind that, taking away the local control on that determination?
We think that the state could do a better job verifying the income, and I think there's $35 million in savings attached to that.
And how much of the, so we're thinking that $35 million is going to be saved because we have a whole bunch of people who shouldn't be getting the enhanced, who that verification will do. Is all of the $35 million in savings coming from individuals who are now getting it, or are we getting it from somewhere else?
We think that about 8% of the people who are currently claiming the enhanced STAR deduction should not be, that often the income is too high, so that's how we get to that $35 million.
Thank you. And finally, the governor proposed several changes to the MWBE program, including making local governments subject to those quotas. Did that go through in this final bill that we're looking at?
In this bill, we have a straight just a straight extender.
With the way that it is?
The way that it currently is. It's our intention, subsequent to the budget, to look at this issue, continue working to try and pass some legislation to enhance the program and have it be able to have more people qualify.
Thank you very much.